Longer tunnel I thought.
Hi, this is Don, and I decided to show going through the tunnel again, which is where I ended part 3, and this is where I'm picking up on part 4. On part 4, I have more beautiful scenery for you, and it will take us to the turnaround point at the end of the line. I did have to pipe my own music that I have license to over the top of their music, so I would not get a strike from YouTube. So sit back and relax and just enjoy the scenery.
Swedish team with 25 people in 1913. Took 6 months, and they started at both sides simultaneously. And when they met in the middle, they were off by 4 inches of perfect accuracy, which is better than GPS would do up until apparently some guy told me this year they could flip. And that was with like string, like math, string, and dynamite. You know, so not known for its accuracy, but luckily the Swedish are. And also they only needed to support the last 30 feet with wood. The rest of it's perfect, and I think that was the rock more than that. So, pretty impressive, yeah.
Keep the
Clark didn't want to pay the American team, so he got a slightly better deal from the Swedes. And that turned out to be probably better than it would have been. So.
No, I do it for my YouTube channel.
For your what?
YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to be on your YouTube channel?
What's that?
I'm going to be on your YouTube channel?
I will try to cut you out as much as I can because this is 360. I can direct which way people. Now, I usually put it out in 360 videos where the person can direct the view they're looking at on their own device. But this is a long video, probably going to be broken up in segments to several, and I will direct how it is viewed. And if you say you don't want to be on it, I will double make sure.
I don't care.
Okay.
Because I know I've been here most of the time in front of you.
Yeah, usually from the back. But, oh, look at that. That's a good view, folks. So I've been talking to the camera. I'm not nuts. So I talk.
You got a card where I can find this in a couple of weeks or a month or whatever?
Yeah, I've been all over the country, including all Baja, Mexico, and some of Canada. I'm going to Alaska next year. I've got over 900 videos.
So that's your job then, right?
Well, I'm retired.
What?
I'm retired. But I'm a worker. I used to be a workaholic, so I'm used to keeping busy 30, 40 hours a week editing video. My channel's Cowboy Biker Adventures, but the name's misleading. It's not about motorcycles. I use motorcycles as an unrestricted view. It's just a tool. Okay? So, anyhow, I don't know how I will do this video because it's just one way is 2 hours, so no one watches a 2-hour video. So it'll probably be 4 segments, maybe 5, and parts of it I may speed up because YouTube's not going to let me use that music. So I'm going to have to either pipe music over it that I have license to, or cut out the audio and inject new audio. Because YouTube's really funny about that. Well, I had this in the sun. This overheats at this speed in the sun because I have it on high def, and it's like 5K, and it overheats. unless you get enough. You can keep it out of the sun, and now at speed it don't overheat, but it does overheat otherwise. But I tell you what, I don't think I'm going to do this on the way back. Holding this thing for 4 hours is just no fun.
Yeah.
I should have bought some straps and strapped it to one of these posts. And I got straps in my saddlebags.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring them with me. Of course, that's dangerous too because it's got a lens on the back, and it would be rubbing up against it. I couldn't do that. Now I don't think about it. Not unless if I strapped it where it's above everything, I could have. Yeah, I bet I could have done it.
There's an awful lot of shake and vibration though from.
Oh, it's an action camera. It takes that stuff out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's action. This is a GoPro action camera. It does it too. You can fly through the air on a motorcycle at 60 miles an hour and hit hard and stuff, and it takes it. They take it. Now, I don't do that anymore. I used to race motocross years ago. I'm 70 years old. I sold my motocross bike, which was only 2 years old, 2 years ago, because every time I rode it, I got hurt. Just too old.
I've been riding since I was 18, and I've only gone down once. I've been lucky.
I started at 15. Now, keep in mind, there was a section in there I didn't ride, but motocross, I crashed a lot. I raced motocross very successfully, but that's just part of the game. Now on the road, back when I have not laid down a cruiser, and I've been riding a cruiser, let's see, since 15 years, but 250 Enduros and 125s and stuff like that, I've laid down on the street just because, I used to ride them when there was nothing but ice on the roads. Use my feet as skis. Yep. Oh, it's in the sun again. Get it out of the sun.
As the train leaves the canyon, walls drop away on both sides of the track. The train crosses the freeway and enters the beach of the island.
But I am looking forward to Alaska next year, I'll tell you. Alaska, going to Alaska next year, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
4 months from going through Canada there and back, and go up to the Arctic Ocean and dive in and do the Arctic plunge, and all in my RV.
What do you got for an RV?
I got a Newmar Class A, and then I tow a enclosed trailer behind it with 2 motorcycles. Used to be 3, but 2, and two kayaks. So now I'm not taking my trailer up to Alaska.
This is what we're driving.
I saw it briefly. That's what y'all have?
Yeah.
What year is that?
1978. Four-wheel drive.
AMC, a GMC?
GMC.
Oh my gosh. Mine's a 2013.
Oh, wow.
It's been really good to me. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's been really good so far. I couldn't do this alone by myself if God was not my co-pilot, I promise you. There's no way I could do all this. Been good.
With no fences, just over range, all the ranchers threw their cattle out together. Roundup ranchers, wranglers, and cowboys became very well acquainted until the 1930s when Taylor Boys and agricultural barbed wire fencing through the range.
Beautiful scenery. They're all a little different. It's pretty, folks. You gotta come do this. So how long y'all been full-timing?
We're not full-time. We spent probably 6 months.
Okay, cool.
We go to Florida.
You going this year?
Yep, we're going this year. Right after Christmas.
I'm kind of in my way, in the middle of making my way from Florida Keys to Nevada. And up till 2 or 3 days ago, I've been in heat all the way. And I spent over 6 months in Florida. And I'll be honest with you, I'd rather be out west. I mean, I got lots of solar and batteries, and I just soon would be out west. And I don't mean California. I've done that. Probably did 30 videos or more, or 100 videos, I don't know, from California. I've done just about all you can do in California, so I have no desire to go back. Where y'all from? California, right?
We're on our way back from California.
You're what?
We're on our way back from California. We're out there visiting.
Okay. So y'all live in California?
No, our son lives in California.
Okay. Man, I don't know how anybody can afford that. It is so ridiculously expensive. I know I did it 2 years ago and it was $6 a gallon. I have a gas rig. And it's cost me $1 a mile for gas. That is...
I paid $5.13 in California.
Well, 2 years ago it was $6. But I'm glad I did it. It is a beautiful state. Stayed out of the cities, you know, medium size, like Santa Cruz, stuff like Monterey, stuff like that, but not big cities. Oh, I did go to San Diego. I'll take that back. I've been to the far 4 extreme corners of this that you can go in this country in film. And God willing, after Alaska the following year, I'm going to Hawaii and renting a camper van and camping there. So I get that 50th state sticker. And then the year after that, God willing, New Zealand, same thing, camper van. We'll have to see.
No, there is that one road, the longest road in the world. It goes from South America, the very tip down there, all the way.
Yeah. when I get up,
No, so you just watch that, buddy, because it might whack it.
okay, when I get up to Prudhoe Bay, I will have been from the tip of Baja, which is Cabo San Lucas, all the way up to Prudhoe Bay, the Arctic Ocean. And that's a little over 5,000 miles vertically.
They spent 19 years on boat diving and you saw everything from the Arctic Circle up in Alaska to Newfoundland.
Well, see, I want to go 330 miles north of the Arctic Circle.
Well, I may have done that, but they were everywhere. Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah, you ever heard that Ice Road Truckers TV show? That road I'm going on, but not in the wintertime. There you go. I can get a look at what he's talking about. Very raw.
Sometimes there's like 13 that escape their passion.
Museum archaeologist in the 1960s. It is one of the only wells in the area that shows evidence of the presence of the ancestral buffalo.
Oh, there's a lot.
It also appears the cables
What was that? That looked like a cow to
by
me.
several different tribes. In 1885, James Baker originally settled the land of Iowa.
Get this out of your way. I'm sorry.
Never sold out to Mary and Alexander Perkins. On July 5th, 1899, Perkins, his wife, and 6 children, and several neighbors set out from Texas for Arizona. This time, severe rains always stayed.
They were within 20 minutes of the end here.
As far as water holes for sometimes mules always lost like quicksand and feed always rich. Family reached the border of Arizona. Perkins was told that the ranch deal had fallen through. The Cowboys were forced to turn back to the Luna Valley near the Arizona-New Mexico border where there was enough grass to winter the herd. Late summer the following year, when the spring calves were old enough to trail and the ranch purchased in Perkins' clan set out on the final leg of their journey. 6 weeks later,
Seen the irrigation.
1900,
Right.
Baker headquarters came in.
This Perkins Building was the building camp for the railroad.
Just where they put ranchers together in tandem during the round of ranchers, rangers, and cowboys became very well acquainted until the 1930s when the Tailored Grazing Act brought water wire fence
Farm cows, water tower,
Perkins wrote that his father expected his sons to become fishing rulers. Some of the cowboys would hold hundreds of cattle in a circle, while others would rope the stock to be ran.
Another building coming up.
Watch, Rob did not average a calf per minute. He'd say, young fellow, getting very slow. Better speed it up. In the early days, the Perkins sold
It's like a railroad.
Jerome, mine operational sold. Later, to ship the cattle to market, Perkins cowhands would drive the herd to loading pens at Nashville or Del Rio Springs. In 1912, when the railroad was completed from Drake to Clarkville,
This where we turn around?
construction near the ranch headquarters was named Perkinsville. From that time, cattle could be shipped from the ranch. The rest of downtown Perkinsville is all old railroad buildings. The first structure on the left was the section house or bunkhouse. Next is the base to the old water tower. Beyond the tower platform were remnants of a house which was originally occupied by the railroad station master. The last building is the original Perkinsville station, which later became the schoolhouse. To the right of the train, behind the old cattle pens, are some whitish colored areas. This was the site of a limestone quarry and kilns for converting the limestone into slate. The lime was transported to the Clarkdale smelter and was used as a flux or fusing material in the copper smelting process.
So, the Perkins Family Ranch was founded by one Marion Perkins. They were Texas ranchers that owned all the biggest lands in Texas, but then they got cut off by some homesteading laws. Like, everybody just grab some land and we'll sort it out. And so the land they had in their mind, they took the ranch, they said, bye Texas, and they got on the telegraph line and made a real estate deal out here in Holbrook, Arizona. And they packed up their ranch hands and their 1,400 cattle and their families, and they hit the road. It was like, we'll be there in a few months. Yeah, well, I went a little sideways. It was a proper Western adventure. It took 18 months to get out here instead of a few. So that changed a lot for them. They lost, they had a lot of injuries and hassles. They lost their daughters to scarlet fever. And by the time they got out here, after this and that, they lost half the herd or more to various little incidents and then like a poison well thing that just took a bunch of them out at the end when they were all dehydrated. So they had a rough time, but they got out here, they were ready to settle down, and then they found out, oh, the ranch deal fell through. So they had to buy another year out here in the wilderness. But they did find this ranch across the street here shortly thereafter. And they bought it from a man named James Baker. It was 22 by 35 miles big when they bought it. What they want, a giant land. So they bought this thing, they settled in, and the next year, something really cool and profitable happened with them. Because at that time, the second strand of our story was William Clark from Clarkdale in Clark County, Nevada. He gets involved because he purchased the mine on Magus Mountain in the town of Jerome. So he found out about the Jerome mine from a sample of coffee that was at the World's Fair. And at the time he was up in Montana, he was still working on another mine, the Sedona mine, helping to build a railroad out to Utah to LA to get all those goods out. Kind of what he did was build railroads to mines and invest in gold and then make money and stuff back and forth. So he was kind of like the early of the mining community in that sense, as well as just buying into these things. But so he was up there doing that, and I found out about this mine, sent to the assessor. The assessor said, well, the copper's amazing, some of the best we've ever seen. The evidence is there'll be a lot of it, but the town is the wickedest town in the West. It's super violent and crime and prostitution and disease, and it's just rough. Also, the claims are mostly illegal, and the tunnels that they've been working are kind of safe. So instead of hearing a bunch of problems, Mr. Clark, being the kind of guy that he was, here's cheap. I should be able to buy that cheap. And he did. $80,000 later, he owned 95% of all the places on Magus Mountain, and then he started building this railroad, and right after he finished the railroad, they started $1 million a month. So he became quickly the most profitable miner, or the most profitable mine in the world, and it had a good little stint of productivity. When he first got it, he had to reach out to Mr. Perkins, and say, hey, can you do 17 miles of track across your land? And he's like, oh, what's it? Well, you can get your feet out the whole mine. There, you can get your cattle out. world where these lines go. And I'll give you top dollar for water for my steam engine and dirt for that makes slate lime as limestone. It helps to fuse the copper out of the rock better. So essentially it makes the smelting cheaper. So yeah, that's a good deal. Top dollar for water and dirt. You know, everybody gets rich. So everybody got rich is pretty much how that deal went. They laid down this line. It took 16 months to build this entire third. And we got two.
Alright, they're changing the engine to the other end of the train so we can make the return trip. There you go. Verde Canyon River.
As they are backing us up, I assume, so we'll go to the end of the line. This is where I'll end this episode and also where I'll pick up on episode or part 5 for the return trip. And yes, it looks totally different going the other direction. That's why I decided to show the return trip. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the scenery and adventure. So until next time, have a good one.
Even if we're like, we don't want them to go to jail, we're happy with what happened. The cops arrest us because we didn't come to them.